Lots to talk about this week, dude.
But I don't wanna.
There's some important shit to
I
talk
don't
about, dude. Second week of
wanna.
bowl games, and you're gonna do
No.
it, if you
No.
like it or not.
No.
Welcome to the Skoop Sportz podcast. God, I've been waiting to do that.
You're welcome. My name's Alex, and the guy who just spoke the shitty intro was Will. And we have actually a good bit to talk about this week.
We do.
We do.
A lot of it is unfortunate.
Yeah.
We're doing this virtually again because one, I am a little sick, and two, I'm at my mom's house watching my sister. So
Yeah, we can't
this is
really do it in person today.
not
But
this week at least, but we have some shit to talk about. So hopefully I don't start cutting out because I probably will.
that would be kind of
Anyways,
funny. All right.
so
We got a quick
let's
recap of the bowl games that happened from last week.
yes, sir. So we had so far on picks. We're both got winning records. I'm 13-7 and he's 11-9.
Hey, baby, I'm winning. I'm winning.
So let's see. The first game that happened last week, that was let's see, Missouri Army. That was
Yep.
Missouri Army, right? Yeah. Missouri Army. That game came out of the wire. Like it took a field goal in the game for Army. So congratulations to Army. We almost lost that one.
Mm-hmm.
Another game that we both got wrong actually was Miami, Ohio beating North Texas.
Oh, yeah.
That we both got that one wrong. We actually picked North Texas. Both of us did. So,
Mm-hmm.
see, it pays to disagree sometimes. I wanted to go Miami again, but it just didn't work. So whatever.
Oh, well.
Happens very frequently. Anyways, next game up, and this one ended with a bit of a fight at the end of it. UCF beat Florida.
I've been seeing the memes on Twitter and stuff like that, bro. That was funny.
That was all for Thursday, December 23rd. Saturday on Christmas, Georgia State kicked the shit out of Ball State, and we both got that right.
Because
Strength of
Fun
conference
Belt
came
is
through.
superior.
Strength of conference came through.
I even told my grandparents are just like, well, why is it that bad? And I'm like, well, everyone in the MAC these days is horrible. So, like, they should be like FBS. Like, they're so bad.
FCS, you mean? Anyways.
Yes. FCS.
Well, it's fine because the next game that we thought strength of conference was going to come through, it didn't. As Western Michigan kicked the shit out of Nevada. We both picked Nevada.
Yes.
That's an embarrassing one.
Yeah.
But the next prediction we had, and we'll get to this more in depth in a minute, the Military Bowl got canceled, so we're moving on to the Birmingham Bowl. Number 20, Houston versus Auburn. Auburn was the 2.5-point favorite, and Houston won it.
Mm-hmm.
And a surprisingly low-scoring game, 17-13. Speaking of Auburn, Bo Nix is going to Oregon. So,
yeah,
keep an eye on that. A reason to watch the Pac-12 for once. Anyways. Next up, and it's another one, we got two straight wrong. The First Responder Bowl, Louisville, the 1.5-point favorite, versus Air Force, and Air Force got the win by 3. That's upsetting. That's upsetting, but Air Force did really good. Another one we got wrong in huge fashion. Texas Tech blows out Mississippi State 34-7.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi State was the 8.5-point favorite, and we both picked Miss State. So,
well. hey, this one I'm proud to get right, bro. I'm so happy.
Holiday Bowl got canceled, but the Guaranteed Rate Bowl,
Yay!
Minnesota beats West Virginia 18-6 in a very boring game.
Yay! 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 I'm happy.
It's funny.
I'm so
I
happy.
can tell.
I'm very happy. We don't like West Virginia around here. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, next games up for this coming week include Maryland, Virginia Tech's playing right now, and Maryland's kicking the shit out of them. So we
Are
both
they
picked
really?
Virginia Tech.
No. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yep, they are. Okay, I take it
We
back.
both picked Virginia Tech.
So we're likely going to be wrong on that one.
Yep. So that's embarrassing too. Next game's up for this coming week is number 9 State, or number 14 Oregon versus number 16 Oklahoma. North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Purdue, number 12 Pittsburgh, and number 10 Michigan State. That should still be fun despite the loss of the star players. Wisconsin, Arizona, and there's 2 games we still got to predict because they now got new opponents. So let's get to that now.
All right.
We got the new Gator Bowl, number 17 Wake Forest, and their new opponent in place of who was it? It was I lost my train of thought.
Someone.
It was someone that it was it? Shit, you picked them. I don't remember who it was. Fuck. Oh well. No, it was Texas A&M. It was A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was Wake Forest in place of Texas A&M, and oh my god, that was embarrassing. In place of Texas A&M, it is 5-7 Rutgers. So,
well,
are you gonna change? You gonna pick Wake now?
do I have a choice? Yes, I'm gonna pick Wake. It's a no-brainer.
Watch Rutgers win, dude. We've been wrong so much this year.
That would be hilarious. That would actually be kind of funny.
We're both gonna pick Wake, and the new matchup predictor of the Gator Bowl has Wake winning resoundingly, 76.5% chance to win, and ESPN and Vegas is giving them a 14.5 spread. But I mean, with the way this year's gone, don't be surprised if Rutgers wins.
But the spread is like the biggest in all these bowl games, 14.5.
Yeah. All right, next game up in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. We got Washington State and their new opponent who pulled out of the Barstool Bowl, Arizona Bowl, to make this bowl game. It's Central Michigan. Washington State versus Central Michigan.
Washington State.
You're gonna pick Wash State?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll pick them too. I mean, Central Michigan's from the MAC, and they were one of the better teams, but you also got it's a Power 5 opponent against the MAC opponent. I wouldn't be surprised if Central wins, but I'm gonna pick Wash State as well.
The MAC is very infamous for its upsets, so I mean, something to watch out for. I mean, Marshall beat the number 6 team in the nation at one point, so.
Yep. So, all right. There's that. Now, that brings up our next point. Next thing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go ahead and let's talk about basketball after this. Changes to bowl games, bowl cancellations, and Wash State in search of a new opponent, but they now have it. So let's just get that out of the way. Changes to bowl games. Obviously, we just talked about those bowl games. Wake Forest now is facing Rutgers. Washington State is now facing Central Michigan.
Yes.
Boise State is without an opponent, and that bowl has been canceled now, so we don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks for Boise State. NC State is also not going to get an opponent for their bowl game either. Just match them both together. Boom.
Yeah, there you go. Bowl game.
Yeah, match them together. Fuck it. But yeah, not really too much to talk about there. It just sucks that so many bowl games are getting canceled, and so many seniors are just not going to get that experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks ass for those seniors and for the teams and the coaches as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, as I said before, I'm sick.
But the Holiday Bowl got canceled a couple of hours before the game, so they wasted all that money on travel and booking hotels and all of that, and then just for that to get canceled.
Oh yeah, that sucked. That sucks. Anyways. Alright. We now move on to the next point. A whole other sport, Alex.
Oh?
Basketball season is now in full swing.
Oh.
And let's make some predictions for big matchups in the top conferences, including Conference USA, because we go to Marshall. So
is that what we're doing now? Oh god, are we almost done already? Holy shit.
Well, how long are we into it?
About 10 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I do a lot of analyzing, so this might itself take about 20.
Great.
So
Well, that's fine. All right. So for the big games of the week, in this one, for the ACC, we're doing this in alphabetical order because we are organized and have our preschool diplomas. We have number 2 Duke at Notre Dame.
this one should be a no-brainer.
Duke.
But it was the biggest game of this coming week, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Duke as well. I mean, that's happening. That's happening on Saturday,
Yep.
on New Year's. So, a couple of these games will be done on the day of recording. Well, actually, no. There's only one game that will be happening on day of recording. That's later on. It's the SEC big game, but yeah, I just kind of went through and just picked the biggest games that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm picking Duke in this one. The matchup predictor gives them a 71.8% chance to win.
Oh, you're doing
There's
all
no
this now.
spread.
Okay. I'll
There's no
gladly. Yeah, you do it today. I'll let you
there's no
have the wheel.
There is, however, no spread. But I'd say Duke wins pretty soundly.
I'm also picking Duke, and you all heard Will. All right.
They don't make for basketball. It's weird because they don't make the spread until the day of the games.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's weird. I
But
mean, not
anyway,
really,
in the
but
Big
whatever.
12, we have West Virginia
Got a
at
couple big games
a
here.
couple of games. We got First up though, we got West Virginia at number 17, Texas. I'm going Texas.
This is happening Saturday. It's also happening on New Year's. Texas is favored to win with 79% chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
WVU has one of the top scorers in the country. WVU has been winning pretty soundly, and I think they should be. I don't think it. I don't. Excuse me. I think
Damn.
this game's going to actually be fairly close, personally. I mean, both teams are very good rebounding teams. West Virginia is good at protecting the paint. They're better than Texas at protecting the paint. They average 5 blocks a game. They also are the hotter team. They've won 8 straight. I actually am going to go for the upset.
Okay.
And if they don't get it, then that's not a big deal. I don't care. I'm not as big on college basketball as I am football. I'm not as good at analyzing basketball as I am football. But I'm going to pick West Virginia, and I'm going to pick the upset here.
I'm picking Texas. Go ahead and read the
Because
spread and all that.
there's no spread. But
Well, read the thing.
Texas, the matchup predictor is giving Texas a 79% chance to win. Guys to look out for: Taz Sherman of West Virginia, averaging 20.9 points per game, and Timmy Allen, averaging 11.9. But Texas is more of a team-based team because they average a lot more assists. So watch out for that. Next game up in the Big 12, or staying in the Big 12, is a huge one. Top 10, number 1 Baylor, the reigning national champs, at number 8 Iowa State. A battle of unbeatens. Someone's got to lose here.
Unfortunately, but it's gotta happen.
So, a lot of people are gonna pick Baylor. A lot of people are gonna pick Baylor, and for good
Including
reason.
me.
They've looked very impressive overall. Like they average 10 steals a game, average 41 rebounds a game, 19 assists a game, almost 20 assists a game. They have been very dominant, and yes, I'm gonna pick Baylor as well. Iowa State is gonna give them a fight though, but I with their defense, I'm gonna give it to Baylor though. Look for Baylor to use their team based play, and I think Baylor gets it done.
And again, I'm also going to be picking Baylor in this one. Will, go ahead and read the matchup predictor.
Matchup predictor is giving Baylor a 67.3% chance to win. Players to look out for: L.J. Cryer of Baylor and Isaiah Brockington of Iowa State.
Brockington.
Brockington.
That's a new one.
Brockington. Yes.
All right.
So,
and
look out for
we're
that.
going to go ahead and move on to the Big East.
The Big East.
Where we have number 15 Seton Hall.
Seton Hall.
Seton Hall. At number 21 Providence. I didn't know that a whole
Section
ass
Hall.
building was a college, but okay.
Seton Hall. That's funny. Anyways,
I'm too
Seton
tired
Hall,
for this. If you can't tell.
I'm pretty sure Seton Hall had to forfeit their last game due to COVID cases. A couple games ago, I'm pretty sure they had to, which sucks. But since then, they've won. Both teams have won 6 straight. They're both really hot. But looking at the team stats here, it looks like it's pretty obvious who the better team is when it comes to scoring. Defensively, they're both kind of in the same boat. This one actually does have a spread because it's happening. This one is happening. I'm pretty sure it said day. Yeah, this one's happening the day of recording. So there's a spread on this one. It's a negative. It's a -1 for Seton Hall.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird. The matchup predictor 58.5 in favor of Providence.
Oh, that's a toss-up. What do you mean?
Yes. It's a toss-up and a half. This one's going to be a fun game to watch, I think. I think Seton Hall gets it done with their scoring, though.
Okay.
So give me Seton Hall.
Shit, I have to pick. I'm also going to pick Seton Hall.
Okay.
I just realized I have to pick.
So
I'm a part of this, too.
So we're both going to pick Seton Hall in this Big East matchup. Matchup predictor is giving Providence a 58.5% chance to win, but Vegas is giving Seton Hall a -1 spread. The next game up is the next 2 games up in the Big Ten.
Let me read the big games. I gotta do at least something.
Fine.
Jesus, you can do everything else. I have to.
Completely switching roles here. We're completely switching roles here for the day.
Yeah, I just don't want to do anything today. So
I feel you.
All right. In the Big Ten, we got a couple of them. Number 24, Wisconsin. At number 3, Purdue. Give me the Boilermakers.
This game is happening on Monday. So.
On what day?
Monday. Purdue was also number 1 at one point.
Monday Night Football.
The first game that they were number 1, they lost. Anyways, yeah, give me Purdue as well. I mean, they've got a high power defense along with some good defense as well. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, one of the best passing teams in the country. Purdue's number 3 for a reason, and I'm going to take Purdue in this one too. Matchup predictor is giving Purdue an 88.1% chance to win, and there's no spread because this is happening next week. So. Players to watch are Johnny Davis of Wisconsin and Jaden Ivey of Purdue.
Okay, all right. So the next big game happening in the Big Ten is Michigan State at Northwestern.
This one is happening on Sunday, the day before.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
This one looks like this one looks easy to pick on paper, but then you look at like the team stats and everything.
Hey
Alex.
Jack, it's a fact. Show's back in town. Broncos and the Seahawks going Celtic showdown. What?
Okay. On paper, this looks easy to pick because Michigan State's a top 10 team, but when you look at the team stats, it's not as easy to pick because Northwestern has a good offense with some good defense as well. They look like a top tier team, but they're just not ranked. They're one of those teams that people believe this should be ranked, and I think they should too. It's very possible we could be looking at an upset here because Northwestern's a pretty good team in their own right. This is going to be a very close game, and I'm not going to be surprised if Michigan State wins, but I'm also not going to be surprised if Northwestern wins. This is actually a time where I'm going to pick an upset here.
Oh,
I'm going to pick I'm going to pick Northwestern.
It's like
I'm
that,
pick Northwestern because Northwestern's at home, and they've been
like
really
that,
solid
huh?
since losing to Wake Forest.
It's like that, huh?
So,
it's like that, huh?
So I'm
Screw
taking
you.
Northwestern.
I'm picking Michigan State. I'm going with the majority.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you'll be shocked to hear this.
Yeah.
No, all right, so ESPN's on my side here, actually.
What?
The matchup predictor is picking Northwestern with a 51.8% chance to win.
No, bad ESPN. Bad ESPN. Bad.
The players to watch in this game The players to watch in this game are Gabe Brown of Michigan State and Pete Nance of Northwestern.
All right.
The Pac-12, I couldn't find
Wait,
anything.
no. I want to do something. In the Pac-12, we have nothing.
I mean, if you really want a game to look at, I mean,
no.
I don't know. I guess look for it. The best game I can find right now is Utah, Oregon, but we're not going to predict it.
No.
I'm just saying, if you're a fan of the Pac-12, go look for games.
Yep.
I mean, I legit could not find anything.
All right, moving down to the SEC.
The next game I can find is next week, so SEC time.
We have number 16 LSU at number 11 Auburn, and that's being played today, Wednesday, the day of recording.
So, I picked games that were like pivotal for the conference because there's another big game happening later as well, which is Tennessee Alabama, but that's not as big as this game. And I'm like, okay, well, let's try to shorten it a little bit. Number 16 LSU is undefeated right now. They are unbeaten. However, Auburn is a really good team in their own right, a very pivotal as well. I cut out a very pivotal tournament contender. Auburn, I would imagine, both teams are really hot. I mean, Auburn's won 8 straight after losing for the first time this year. But on paper, Auburn looks like the better team. But LSU has a very good points per game. But when you look at their schedule, the strength hasn't been crazy good. And this is the first game for both teams in conference play. So, I am going to pick Auburn. Simply because Auburn's played some stiffer competition. And they've still won pretty soundly. Yeah. That is true. Then again, you look at Gonzaga. Gonzaga's number 4. They have one of the conferences, and they're in one of the weakest conferences in basketball. So I mean, when have you not seen in college basketball Gonzaga winning? Like, when have you not seen Gonzaga winning their conference?
Yeah.
Like, or at least at the top of it. I mean, there was that one year where it was like this huge upset, but like, that's it. And for the entire season, Gonzaga was undefeated.
Yep.
So I mean, come on. But I mean, Auburn's only loss is to a good UConn team. So I don't know. Look out for that. But it's the first game in conference play for both teams. I'm picking Auburn. But if LSU wins, I'll show some more respect. I will. This is gonna be a close game. Low scoring.
I'm picking Auburn. Yeah.
I'm picking the This man pulled a fucking Lee. He's like, I'm picking the Tigers. Yeah, Auburn Tigers. ESPN is on our side here with a 55.4% chance to win for Auburn. And the spread is favoring Auburn as well. Thank you, Vegas. 4.5 is the spread in favor of Auburn. Players to watch: Tari Eason of LSU and Jabari Smith of Auburn.
All right.
And now we're
moving down to the best conference in the land, mainly because it's named after said land, Conference USA. This one's between the big game here is between Marshall and Louisiana Tech. We're predicting this one because we go to Marshall. Go Herds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the only thing that Marshall's got going for it, we started out so good too.
Yeah, now we're awful.
Yeah, we've lost 3 straight. I mean, ever since losing to Ohio, we just like lost our mojo, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because every game that we've lost in this 3-game losing streak has been by double digits. So, I mean, best player on the team obviously is one of the best players in the conference, is Tavion Kinsey.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, behind Tavion, and we're not going to be at home either. So, just to show that we're not biased, I'm actually going to pick La Tech here. Because unless the boys show me something, I don't see us winning this game against a team that is very good at rebounding, very good at scoring, can hold down the paint. Well, not hold down the paint. Actually, we're better at holding down the paint, but regardless, they're better at passing the ball than we are. And unless we can capitalize on the rebounds that we get and the steals that we get and the blocks that we get, I don't see us winning this game. So, because Marshall defensively, like when it comes to like holding down the paint and rebounding and steals, we're better. Like we average 40 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
40 and a half rebounds a game. 7 blocks per game and almost 8 steals a game. All those categories are better than La Tech. But it's a matter of not capitalizing. If we can't capitalize, we will not beat La Tech, and I don't see it happening because we're on the road. So give me La Tech, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Go Herd, but I hope I'm wrong.
I'm also going to be picking La Tech in this one.
It pains us to say that.
Yeah. You don't know how much.
Matchup predict. That is happening. Fuck. That is happening on Thursday, so tomorrow, the day after recording. ESPN is favoring La Tech as well with a 77.4% to win, and there's no spread yet. But the players to watch: Tavion Kinsey of Marshall and Kenneth Lofton Jr. of La Tech, who averages a double-double on the season. So